Welcome to an episode of Stranger Things. What I have here is two firearms that are confused. The reason why they're confused, this looks like your standard everyday AR-15 A2 by Colt, and this looks like your standard Norinco AK-47. But the difference is, when I take these magazines out, is the AR-15, if this focuses, shoots a 7.62 by 39, and the AK-47 84S shoots a 2.23. These guns are both really rare. The Norinco 84S, this firearm was only imported in the United States in 1989, and I don't know how well it comes up here, but this is an 84S Norinco in 223, and just make sure it's loaded since we have a magazine in there. And this firearm was only made by Colt from 1992 to 1993. And this is the Sporter Lightweight in 7.62 by 39. And this is a really low serial number. It probably was made in 1992. The firearm was made, the AR-15, I don't even know why they made it in 7.62 by 39. They advertised it as a firearm that was going to be used for hunting. The magazine only took 5 rounds. They put a block in it. There's a little rivet in here. It's just a regular 20-round magazine, but they've got a metal block inside of it because the 7.62 just didn't really load in these magazines well. They did make this part of it just a little bit wider than a normal 223 magazine for this to fit in here. But what I ended up finding is a company. I didn't bring the magazine with me. This right here is made by ASC. I found some of these online, and you can see how this magazine is shaped so that it could take the 7.62 for the AR-15. These magazines are very difficult to find. I've managed to get 2 of them that were actually for the 7.62 by 39, and it actually says it on the bottom right here. And they also came out with a little 10-round one too, and I've got one of those that was made by Colt for this. But I can tell you, they don't load very well. You start going down in there, you get over 10 of them on a regular magazine, and it doesn't feed. So the gun was marketed for hunters who wanted a bullet that was a little bit bigger. And this one right here, when it was imported in the United States, it came in 3 different variations. One of them was a side folder, and then one of them had the underfold, and then there was this one. And like I said, these only were imported in 1989, so they're extremely rare if you can find them. The magazines are super difficult to get for these things too. The original 223 magazines. This firearm came from the collection of Chris Stevens. He passed away, and I acquired this from his wife Shayna, it's the only AK type style gun I have because I really like collecting these. I have, and I've said it before, almost every single version of the AR-15 by Colt that's ever been made. I did not even know this gun was out there. When I saw it come up in an auction and I saw it said 7.62 by 39, I was amazed. I was like, I didn't even know they made this. Now, I do know now there is a version that they made in like 2017 for an Army, and I can't remember which one, Ian, over on Forgotten Weapons does a thing on it where it was chambered in 7.62, but it's a completely different gun. And then I've noticed on Colt, now that they're owned by CZ, they're actually making some of these with a mono receiver in barrel that is in 7.62, but the real Colt, what I call the real Colt, only made this one for 2 years in 92 and 93. So this is kind of a rare bird. So here we go, stranger things. I'm going to go shoot these in the upside down, and let's see how they do. All right, we're at the range. There's the 7.62 by 39 Colt, and here is the 1989 85S Norinco 5.56. I just did a 100-yard shot to see how these are sighted in, and this thing is atrocious. It's at the right height, but it's 2 feet off. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. But okay, so my first 5 shots with the AR-15 7.62 were right there, and I was aiming right there. So I made some adjustments in those last 2 right there, after I made the adjustments with iron sights. Now, with the 5.56 out of the AK, I was aiming at that target, and I hit there with 2 out of 5. So I don't know where the rest went. I've got to get that front post set. I just found out it needs a special tool to move the sight over, and I got a concern about that because the sight looks like it's already all the way over to the left. No adjustment back here. One thing in doing these 5-shot groups, I've noticed the trigger on the AK, I mean, this thing is just, I mean, it's really smooth. I'm amazed. And then the trigger on the AR, the Colt, it's pretty hard like a standard Colt. I mean, you gotta pull on it. It's got a crisp break, but you gotta pull before that break happens. I got some bottles down there. I'm gonna shoot those with the AR. I'm gonna do a mag dump with this in the water so you can see the splash difference. Let's just get to it and quit talking. 5.56. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. 7.62 by 39. Wow, that's a lot bigger splash. This might be my new hunting rifle. Okay, I missed some footage. Apparently I didn't have the camera on, so we're going to be taking some shots with the 7.62 AR because I never got the AK sighted in. And as you can tell, it's a little bit colder now than the last time I took the video. So let's see if I can hit some of these water bottles here. Apparently not. Dang. I broke it. I don't know how good I did there, but anyways, hey, that's the AR-15 7.62 by 39. And the confused AK-47 and 5.56. I guess it just goes to prove that if you're not happy with the caliber that you were born with, you can just go ahead and change it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be back with another episode of the Bushmaster Arm Pistol's bigger brother, the M17S. Subscribe below, and be safe when you're shooting. Thanks. Bye.